Hi, I'm Krista.
And I'm Sarah.
And we have this podcast called Have We Talked About? Where two friends at different points in their lives chat about everything in their lives.
From current events to pop culture, from self-care to self-indulgence, and everything in between.
Join us weekly to see what we talk about next.
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. We're back.
We're back, baby.
I know you guys missed us. And I don't want to say that we're like old hats at it, but I do feel way better about things than our first one. How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel like we're getting a little bit better every episode. Just knowledge base, creative wise, things like that. I just feel like, at least I hope it's improving.
Well, my like count is way down. So I do listen to the audio and do the edits after. So I feel like we're in a great place there. And
Good.
the filler is starting to decrease in terms of being able to just talk off the top of my head, coming prepared, making my notes. So yeah, but of course, listeners may feel differently. Definitely. Always give us feedback.
Exactly. And I think we said this in another episode. Like, this isn't our full-time job. We just thought this would be fun. So give us a little bit of slack because we are still learning. But yeah, what are we talking about today, Krista?
Well, I know that we always kind of catch up on like what's been going on in the world and like weekly events and all that kind of stuff, but there just seems to be a little bit too much negativity. So I figure we should just talk about things that we always love talking about with each other, which is like TV shows and movies, because that's basically how we spend a lot of our time in the winter in Canada. And absolutely. I am not completely up to date with what's going on TV show wise, but maybe what's like the top show right now that you're watching?
That's great. I would say the one that I just finished was the latest season of You.
I did start watching that after you told me, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
And I watched the episode with the girl that I hate, the wife.
Oh, okay. Well, you're on a different season.
Yeah, I'm on.
You're not on the latest season.
Yeah, I'm not on 4.
And then I do want to start the latest season of Outer Banks too, because that just dropped as well.
You've been watching that. My nephews are hardcore into that. That one is that the one where they're on a treasure hunt of some sort? Or
yeah, in a way, like, yeah. Looking for his dad, looking for this, like, supposed treasure. Yeah.
Wait, does that drop today or yesterday?
It dropped, I think it dropped a few weeks ago.
Oh, got it. I'm behind. That's right.
Yeah,
Normally my nephews like call me right away when something drops to tell me that they're watching, and I haven't heard. So I assume it hadn't dropped yet, but you're right, it probably dropped. I did hear them talk about it.
Yeah, but I do feel it's hard. Yeah, I do feel like it's hard to keep up with everything that's new because there are so many streaming sites these days. Like, I can't even keep up, and it's like there's so many new releases and shows and things. It's just like, oh my God, like, what streaming sites do you have?
I was just going to ask, like, let's get into all the So I have all of the streaming sites.
Oh my gosh. Okay, name them off.
I have Netflix, I have Prime, I have Apple TV, I have Paramount Plus, I have
oh my God.
Disney Plus is my sister's. But and then within Prime you can add channels, so then I'll have I have Crave, so that's HBO for those in the States, and then Disney Plus is how us Canadians get Hulu content. Oh, girl, what else? Like, there's one more that I'm missing that I subscribe to, and then I have I still have a regular cable package. What's wrong with me? I used to have Hey You, which is for like all the reality shows, but I just canceled that recently.
Wait, so do you watch anything on cable?
The Real Housewives, if I want to, like, if I'm eating and I want to watch the episode live.
Okay, so what is the most popular streaming site that you use? Like, or what's your favorite?
So, I was an early Netflix adopter, but I don't go on Netflix as much anymore because the content just isn't as great. So I would say I actually am on Prime a lot. For all of the reality shows. Below Deck is like one of my top.
Got it.
I was late to the party on Below Deck, by the way.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, highly recommend. Highly recommend.
Okay. Yeah, I have Netflix, but like we share accounts. So we have an account, but then we share it with our in-laws, and they have an account, then they share it with us.
No, you don't.
I know.
That's not allowed.
I know. Shh. But now Netflix is. Netflix is trying to charge people that have share accounts, but we haven't got kicked out just yet. So
I never got an email.
See.
They can suck a big fat one with that though, because I pay for the top plan. If I can stream or download across 5 devices, I'll be damned if you tell me which IP I can access it from, because I do go and visit my mom a lot and access my Netflix from her IP. And then she uses my Netflix, and so I'm 50%, at my own place, 50% wherever. So
yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus. I think that's all of them that we have. And that's enough. I feel like that's enough.
Every so often there's something on Apple TV that kind of piques my interest. Like one I got into, which is more like a dark one, is called Severance. Have you ever heard about that one?
I've heard it, but I haven't seen it. The only thing I've seen on Apple TV is The Morning Show.
I couldn't get into that one. That's with Reese and Jen Aniston, right?
Yeah.
There's another one that's come out too called Shrinking, but I don't know. I don't like user experience of Apple TV.
Got it.
So I only use it when I absolutely have to.
I think I don't know. I think the best user experience is still Netflix. Disney's okay. Prime is okay. I think Netflix is the best.
They are still on top of their game, and everybody else needs to follow suit. Like, don't be different. Don't try something different. I have a Google TV remote so that I can get all my streaming in one place, and even there, UX is like okay because it borrows from Netflix, but I'm like, it just like, don't reinvent the wheel. Like, just do what works. Show me all the categories, but let me be able to easily access what I've been watching, like the continue watching function, that banner.
Totally.
Yeah.
I know. And I also feel like recently they'll release something like a movie in theaters, and then weeks or like a month later, they'll release it on Netflix.
Ooh, they do that a lot with Crave.
Okay, yeah, I've noticed that. There's been a few things where I'm like, wasn't that just in the theater?
I'm not mad at that, though.
No, neither am I.
I used to be an avid movie theater goer, just to derail the conversation for a quick minute. But ever since the pandemic, I went back to the theater for Spider-Man because my nephews made me, because I wanted to see it when it was out. And then I just don't have the same level of interest of going to the theater.
I know. Same. I used to go all the time. I loved it. You grab your little popcorn, you go to theaters, you see the previews. Oh, I loved it.
I was a VIP
I haven't
girl.
been in 3 years. Yeah, no, I haven't been in 3 years. No. Okay, so I, told you about the latest things that I'm watching. What are the latest things that are new that you're watching or have watched?
Well, you only tell me one thing, so you didn't tell me a whole lot of things. But the most recent
I said you and Outer Banks.
Okay, 2 things. My bad. I told a lie. I've been watching. I watched Tulsa King on Paramount Plus. Have you heard of that one?
No.
I love criminal stuff, so I'm really into gangster type of things. Like, one of my favorite movies is Goodfellas of all time, for those listeners out there. So just to give you an idea of like where my brain goes and things that I'm interested in. So Sylvester Stallone is in it.
Wow.
Rambo, Rocky, as a guy who was part of the mob, served this very, very long sentence because he wouldn't snitch. And then he gets kind of sent off into no man's land in Oklahoma and has to restart his life. So it's made me like attracted to him watching this show. And he's like well in his 70s. But I'm not mad at it.
What shows did you like that have been like popular over the last, 6 months to year?
I rewatched Ozark 3 times.
Oh my gosh, okay.
I love that show. I think it's amazing. Jason Bateman is phenomenal. But you know what I'm rewatching that's not current, that got canceled, that I wish it didn't, and it's on Prime, not to derail from what's popular right now, is United States of Terror. Did you ever hear about that show?
No.
Okay, so Toni Collette, if you know that actress, She's like a redhead, and she's either Australian or British. I can't remember. It's about her life in the middle of Kansas. But she has what was formerly known as multiple personality disorder, which is now dissociative identity order, DID. And she has 2 kids, but she has like 4 or 5 personalities.
Yikes.
Highly recommend. I'm rewatching it. I'm rewatching it again. It got canceled. Steven Spielberg, I think, was the executive producer of the show. But yeah, like, I don't know. I for some reason, like, nothing is really drawing me in, like, new show wise. And I don't know. I don't think that's a show thing. I think it's a me thing. Like, one of the ones that everybody's talked about that's still on my list that I haven't committed to watching yet is called The Bear on Disney. About that guy who's the chef. Have you heard about that one?
The Bear?
Yeah. Really? Everybody was talking about it when it came out. He's like a chef.
I've heard about The Menu.
No.
That's a movie.
No, it's called The
Bear. That came out recently.
Dang. What about The Last of Us? That apocalyptic one.
Yeah. I think your genre in TV shows is much different than my genre.
Okay, valid, but like the Last of Us and stuff is showing up in like TikTok and stuff. So it's like that's
well on your For You page, maybe not mine.
Well, I never go on my For You page on TikTok, but I'm only there.
Wait. So then, what do you go on?
I'm on Instagram. I want to laugh all day. I want to read funny memes where people are being.
No, but when you're on TikTok, you're on your For You page.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, that's where you
go.
Yeah,
but
okay,
if you. That's where, that is the landing page. It's not where I go. Yeah. It's the landing page, but I'm not there ever.
Okay.
Other than for our TikTok content, I'm sorry, but I don't. It's like what Vine was. It's just like watching a bunch of Vines.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah. Well, we're showing the generational difference between us because I thought it was cute when there was all those dances, but now it's just like, oh, I have a trauma. I should definitely put some background music to this and lay on the ground in the rain. And it's just like, what?
I think we're on different. Yeah, I get like funny ones, like corporate ones, parent ones, kid ones.
I guess I get those 2 on Instagram. They just happen way later because it happened on TikTok first, so I just get it later.
Yeah.
And I'm not on there enough that they've actually curated like content for me that I would actually enjoy. So it's just nonsense. There's this one guy that always shows up on my For You page on TikTok where he pretends he's all the different provinces of Canada.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, and it's just like, I don't want to hear the Canadian accent too much. I think it's annoying enough in my day-to-day.
Okay, so you touched a little bit on new things, kind of, that you've seen. What are some classic shows that you always go to when you have nothing else to watch and you want to rewatch something? You've mentioned Ozark. Is there anything else?
I always watch romantic comedy movies, even though I don't like rom-coms.
TV shows.
I don't watch. They're all dark TV shows.
That's fine.
I'll just go the reality ones. So, like I said, United States of Terra, Ozark. One I never rewatched but was really good is Breaking Bad. He's in the new one, Your Honor. That new season has just dropped, like, within the last month or so. I haven't watched that yet. What else is coming to my mind right now? Now I feel like... I feel away because I feel like my stuff is dark. Like, did you ever watch Yellow Jackets?
No.
See?
No, but it's fine. Like, we have different preferences. Like, I would say the classics on my list would be like The Office, Superstore, Schitt's Creek, Desperate Housewives, maybe Modern Family.
None of those I watch as like classics other than The Office. And even that I don't watch anymore because I got my nephews turned on to it and they watch it ad nauseum from season 1 all the way to the end. So yeah, my go-to is movies when I want to like just like an Amy Schumer movie. Rachel McAdams movie. I'll watch those if I want to like pay attention but not pay attention.
Got it.
But have feelings because I have none.
So these are like smaller. I don't know. Maybe they didn't get as much of a hype, but I thought it was still good. Upload. I think it was on Prime.
Yeah. I didn't watch the most recent season. I fell off of that. Was that any good?
Yeah, I think so. I just like the concept of it because it's completely different than what's normally on TV. I don't know, it was an interesting concept, so I recommend that one. And then I also, the first season of Why Women Kill, I don't know where it was on. Maybe it was on like normal TV or something. Is incredible.
I did watch it after you told me.
It's so good. The second season was okay, but the first season was like incredible.
You watch a lot of lighter stuff compared to me, is what I'm realizing. So like
100%.
Euphoria.
Do you want to know my list? It's all comedy and light stuff.
Like Euphoria, you've never watched, obviously.
No.
Yeah. Dang, we're so different.
What about Murderers in the Building?
I was gonna say you give me a only Murders in the Building vibe.
It's a good show.
Yeah, I could see how you did. You watch The Watcher on Netflix?
No.
It acted like it was dark, but it wasn't really dark.
I don't think so. Murders in the Building was good. I recommend it to anyone who wants to watch something.
I mean, it keeps getting renewed, so like it definitely has an audience. I just don't think I'm. Yeah.
I just love that Steve Martin and Martin Short are just like still killing it.
Okay, Martin Short reminds me of somebody that we used to work with. Can you figure out who?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, like exactly right.
Yeah. So I feel like you don't watch the popular things. You don't watch Wednesday. You don't watch The Crown. You don't watch Ginny and Georgia, although that was filmed in Coburg in Toronto. You don't watch Emily in Paris. I watch
Emily in Paris.
Okay.
I did watch Emily in Paris because it was in Paris, which
yes, that's the whole reason why I watched it too.
But it was more like the French culture, right? Like that's the funny part. Like their attitude reminds me a lot of somebody that we used to work with as well. So that part, even though the storyline itself is so ridiculous, like
I know 100%. I just love seeing Paris, to be honest.
Paris is dirty, by the way. Paris is
I've been there. I enjoyed it.
It's dirty AF, but yeah.
Oh, whatever. It's a nice place. But you need to watch Abbott Elementary if you want something light.
I did start watching it with my nephews, and it is very light.
Yeah,
it does give a strong Office vibe.
Yeah, because when the creator is on like talk shows, she says like, I really like that aspect of The Office when they like stare at the camera or whatever. So she's doing that, which is funny. White Lotus. There's been a lot of buzz around White Lotus. Have you seen that?
Of course I've seen it.
Have you seen both the seasons?
Yes, I have.
Okay, I've only seen the first season.
The second season is very different.
Is it like as weird as the first season?
Yeah, but yeah.
Right on.
I don't think it gets as weird as the first season. The first season had moments where it kind of went like really dark, where it's like you weren't sure where it was gonna go. Like second season is just weird. It's not dark, it's just weird.
Got it. Okay. I gotta prepare myself for that one. And then one that I just randomly started watching one day, so I was like, I'll just give it a try, was The Flight Attendant with Kaylee Cuoco. It was better than I thought. I think I watched both the seasons.
Oh, I fell off in the second season because I'm like, she's like a private eye now. Like, I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah.
But then meets her twin. I was like, what?
Yeah, the first season obviously was better. But different concepts. So I appreciate that.
Okay, so let me go out on a limb and assume that you've never watched Succession.
No.
Prime.
No. I've watched Jack Ryan on Prime.
I still have to watch the most recent season of that.
I'm watching it currently.
And thoughts?
Yeah, I really have to be in the right mood and mindset to watch it.
You have to be locked in, otherwise.
Yeah, you cannot look away or anything. You have to be focused the entire 45 minutes or whatever. Yeah.
A show that was really popular and the actress was actually Orange is the New Black. I guess it's like an old Netflix show.
Yeah,
but
original.
Leone, yeah. Mm-hmm. Russian Doll that she was in was popular among people. I never watched that, but she's in a new show that came out in February called Poker Face. Have you caught that one yet?
No.
I just caught wind of it. And maybe I'll check it out. I don't think. But I don't think it's on Netflix though. I don't know what network it's on, but it's called Poker Face.
Okay, gotcha. So maybe leading away from TV shows, what's your favorite movies or a movie that you always gravitate to, or a recommendation of a movie?
Can't recommend movies because I don't watch a lot of them, and most people don't watch what I watch. My favorite genre is horror. Most people are not most people are not down with that at all. But if I want to watch something like I said, I will watch rom-coms. Like I just watched on the weekend because I had a craving. I watched The Time Traveler's Wife with Rachel McAdams.
Yeah.
Even though when I thought about the concept of it, I'm like,
no, don't think too far into it.
I was reading an article that mentioned the movie, and they're like, when you really think about it, it was just he was grooming her, and then so I had to watch the movie, and I'm like, yeah. I mean, I could see that, but I could also see it as a girl like being in love with this older man, where it's like you don't. You're very innocent, but yeah, he was in love with a girl when she was 6, and he was a fully grown man.
Because he knew. He
already knew. Because again, it's Marvel. If you think about like the timelines and all the timelines are like kind of like linear on top of each other, so it's like he's moving back and forth between time. Are you a Marvel fan? Because there were a lot of Marvel shows that were very popular on Disney.
I feel like I don't have time to keep up with everything with Marvel, so no.
Wow.
I just feel like there's like a new movie or a new release like every other month, and I just don't have bandwidth or time for that. I'm so sorry.
Oh my goodness. She doesn't
But you
have
can
time.
share.
I don't keep up with the most recent Marvel shows either. The most recent one.
Why did you make fun of me then?
I did up until the point because I was locked in. I was locked into Marvel. But after Endgame and where like two of my favorite character died, like my interest has waned. Because when a character of mine dies on a show or in a movie or something, like I can never come back from that.
That's valid.
But She-Hulk, I think, was the most recent one, and Miss Marvel, which is those are very popular. And then they're coming out with a new Ant-Man movie.
Of course they are.
They came out with the Guardians of the Galaxy new movie, so that's still going strong. But my interest is not. There's probably Star Wars stuff too, but I was never into that. Like,
I've seen all the Star Wars. I've seen all the Star Wars movies. I haven't seen all the other movies.
Is hubby into Marvel or DC, or he gives me Star Wars vibes?
He's not like hardcore. Like he'll watch the movie and then forget about it. Like move on with his life. You know,
busy like yourself. It's like,
yeah, we're just too busy.
Forget it.
Right. Well, there was one movie that released, I want to say in January or February of this year, and it had like a lot of big names in it. It had like Eddie Murphy. It had Jonah Hill. It had Julie Louis-Dreyfus. It was called New People on Netflix. Yeah. And I saw that, and that was good. Like light comedy. It was good. Again, I like all those actresses, so that was good. Recommend that one.
I just watched Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum in 21 Jump Street again.
Yes.
I introduced my nephews to that one. Have you seen the new Magic Mike?
The new one. When did it come out?
Came out like Saturday?
Oh no, then. Is it good?
It's supposed to be like the final one.
I've seen, I think, all the other ones, I think.
Yeah. Salma Hayek is like, I don't know if it's the love interest or what.
Well, I know you probably, I don't know what I was going to say. I know you probably don't watch a lot of, animated Disney movies, but because of my son, I feel like I've had to rewatch them. But the one that like I truly love is Moana. It's so good. Really? I love the songs. Yes. If you haven't seen it, if you're just having a day, the songs are catchy. It's a cute movie. There are some scenes where I'm like, okay, this is like, you could have just like deleted it, but it's cute. And like the songs are so catchy and so good. So like I recommend that one. And also some, I guess they're like romantic comedy ones, and they're like really, really, really good. If you haven't seen them, highly recommend watching them. About Time with Rachel McAdams. Oh. So good. So good. I feel like it didn't get enough buzz. Dinosaurs.
Oh, okay, no.
About Time? No. And then the one...
is what I'm mixing it up with.
Okay, that is not... I don't think Rachel McAdams would be in that movie.
Well, she could be a voice of a dinosaur. But
no.
that reminds me that she's playing the mom in Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret.
Yes, you're right. Absolutely. No, put on your list, Netflix, About Time. It's so good. And then another one.
It doesn't sound dark enough.
Okay, it's not dark. I said it's a romantic comedy. And then another one with Lily Collins, the girl that plays Emily in Paris. Mm-hmm. It's called Love, Rosie. Oh. That's a really good one too. Again, romantic comedy. Really, really good. Really good. So those two I highly recommend. If you're feeling like you're craving like a romantic comedy, watch that one. And About Time. Mm. And then the classic ones like Blind Side. Like if you haven't seen that, watch it. Yeah, good old Sandra Bullock. No, but it's a good one. It's a good one,
No, but the romantic comedy that she's good in is The Proposal. That is one that I always watch.
That is the best with Ryan Reynolds. I love that one too. They're so good. They're so good. I enjoyed with Ryan Reynolds. I enjoyed it. It's a fairly, I think it came out last year. Free Guy.
He was cute.
It was a different concept, but it was cool. Did you watch the one with Emma Stone, Cruella?
No, but that I heard was good, right?
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it.
It's like the backstory.
Exactly, how she became to be Cruella. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It was good. Actually, you know which movie you would like that I've seen recently?
I don't know if you can actually recommend me stuff.
No. Probably this one. It's called The Menu. The Menu. I don't know what streaming site it's on. It's on one of them because we watched it. And it is Twisted. It's it came out recently, like this year.
Oh yeah, I'm just so kind of like right now. It's like a comedy horror.
Yeah, I feel like you would like it. It's very weird and twisted.
The girl from Queen's Gambit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I feel like you would like it.
Okay, well, I will try it.
Okay.
And I'll let you know if your recommendation was right on the money.
All right. Let us know. But other than like streaming, all of the many streaming sites, I personally watch a lot of YouTube as well.
Oh. Do you, outside of YouTube, do you watch a lot of the dating shows? Like the Love is Blind, the Perfect Match, the Too Hot to Handle, the Love Islands?
I have watched those, yeah. I have. Not currently, but
They have Perfect Match, which is new. The newest.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my
and
gosh.
Shane from Love is Blind is on it, and Francesca, who's Canadian, from the first Too Hot to Handle is on it. So I'm watching a little bit of that. Yeah, no, not your jam. I guess as a single person, people like myself enjoy that more, where they're like, these people are quote unquote looking to find love when you already have your love, so you're just like, this is stupid.
No, but I've seen it. But I've seen a few seasons of those shows, and I've seen like Married at First Sight, and I've seen all those. But I have to be in the right mood to be watching those shows because they're just so like some of the shows are so over the top, you know.
Of course, you already have
right. So I have to be in the right mood to watch it. So, but yes, I have seen them. But you don't watch YouTube? You're not a YouTube watcher?
I do watch a lot of YouTube, but the things that I watch on YouTube are you probably don't want to hear about. My tastes on YouTube vary quite a bit. I do follow this influencer on YouTube who makes videos, who just had a baby. I do watch a lot of the red pill stuff, like a lot of the guys, you know, the Andrew Tate type of stuff. I do watch a lot of that. I watch a lot of videos about Excel because I'm a loser.
Hey, you're trying to, increase your knowledge base. I get that.
Yeah, trying to keep learning, trying to keep growing. And then I do, for those that have podcasts, like Joe Rogan, for instance, those episodes that are on YouTube, I'll watch those rather than listen. For some reason, I need to see them sitting across from each other talking in order to pay attention. What about you? What are you watching on YouTube?
Yeah, I watch some podcasts. I watch some like little snippets of like TV talk shows. If there's a guest that I want to see, then I'll watch like that. I watch a few vlogs as well. I know vlogs.
And so who are some good vloggers? I watch very young vloggers, considering like the demographic I fall in.
I feel like mine changes every few years. So I feel like I've always
currently. My sister watches
a bunch
of vloggers.
Really? Who does she watch?
I'd have to ask her. But a lot of like the family vloggers, like the Yeah. I don't know. They usually have like something family in their title.
Yeah.
Okay, well tell me, who are you watching? Who are you watching right now?
I watch. I don't know if you know. You probably don't, because she's like kind of small. Her name is Colleen Ballinger. She's in LA. She has a family and a kids, and I watch her. I think she's funny. My kid is like the same age as her kid, and then he likes to play truck, so sometimes he'll watch it with me. Oh, look, mommy, truck. Yep, that's a truck. And they do fun things, right? Like they go to like Disneyland and they do fun things. So
have you ever thought about like vlogging yourself?
I feel like I definitely thought about it 9 years ago.
Oh, okay, that was quite a bit of time.
Not recently.
It's not an easy feat, and
no,
it requires a lot of setup. Like when you think about them, like they're walking around with a camera all day. They usually have a camera set up in their car or more than one. And then like the hours of filming that they're doing versus what they edit down is like an episode.
Totally.
I don't know how they do it. Like when they're starting out.
But also like having the camera in front of your face when you're out in public, I couldn't do that.
Embarrassing, right?
Yeah, 100%. In your own house is different, but like in public, no.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's different when you become a personality, so people expect it, so you don't care. But when you're not, and you're just walking around,
talking to yourself,
you don't look like you're okay.
Yeah, valid. That's valid.
So based on our conversation, are there any shows that we talked about that, based on my very strong recommendations, that you will watch, knowing that we have different tastes? No? Okay, I figured.
I think they're going to scare me too much.
Well, talking about this did remind me about The Bear, which I'm definitely going to watch. I think it's based on a true story. It is on Disney. The guy's a chef in a kitchen. It's a high-paced environment. I think it's, set in the 80s. Set in the 80s. I got so excited I played the trailer.
The Bear. I'll write it down. Maybe I'll watch the trailer.
It's not dark at all. Like, it's not something that I recommended, per se. It's something that everybody else did and said it was really good. So that's been out for a bit.
Got it.
A few months at least.
Got it. Okay. But I just feel like nowadays there's just so much to watch on many different platforms and YouTube too. Like, there's just so much to watch. It sometimes gets confusing as to what to watch.
I think you're right. Like, the more choices that we have is the less we're able to, like, make decisions on, like, what to just hunker down and watch. When it was just Netflix, it was just Netflix.
Exactly.
So I'm like, I guess I'm going to watch this show that has subtitles, even though I hate reading movies, because what am I going to do? Yeah. And now that I have the option, I'm like, I don't feel like reading my show today. Sorry, Squid Games.
Yeah.
Did you ever 100%. Get into Squid Games? I never got into it.
No, I didn't watch it. It was very popular, though. My goodness, it was very popular. But the funniest thing, when I think back to when, like, COVID hit, the pandemic hit, everyone around the world was in lockdown. The one show, can you think of the show that took off and everyone was talking about during the beginning of COVID, because everyone was at home and everyone watched it? Do you remember? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I feel like I should know, but now that I feel like pressure to come up with that answer, now I feel like I don't.
It was The Tiger King.
Ooh, I forgot all about
Remember?
Tiger King. They just did like a new updated thing on Tiger King, like within the last 6 months, I feel like. I lived for that show.
Everyone did, because we were all at home. We didn't know what to do. And then this random weird show, and everyone watched it because it was so messed up. Yeah.
They just had it in the news that Carol Baskin's husband is alive, though.
Is alive somewhere in like a different country. Yeah.
Carol Baskin.
I did love that TikTok song. I think it was in 2020.
Yeah. I forgot all about Tiger King.
Yeah, I just sometimes always think about that. I'm like, I feel like if that show aired any other time, it wouldn't have done so well. But just, it was the perfect timing. Everyone was in lockdown.
Because what are you going to do, right? Like, all you have. At the same time that Tiger King was out, I did watch this other show that wasn't popular it was a series called Orthodox.
Oh, okay. I heard about it.
That was really good. I mean, again, this is following me in my darkness. But it was about a woman who was married into the Orthodox Jewish community in, what's the name of it? Williamsburg, New York. And she wanted to break free, so she, like, ran away.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I feel like our listeners got a wide variety of different recommendations, whether it's horror and scary to, you know, comedy and light. They got a wide variety of different.
Yeah. Definitely. Maybe not all of it is current, unfortunately, but
you can always go back and watch it if it's good, if it's really good.
Some shows need to marinate. Like, some shows are like cult classic worthy.
Yeah.
But we're obviously missing out on everything that's current. So definitely the listeners need to, like, give us a 411 about what we've been sleeping on. Like, what have we literally totally missed?
What do we need to watch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I can add to my list. I need something really good. I need, like, a 5 out of 5 recommendation.
Oh my God. No pressure.
No pressure, guys. I just need you to help me make life decisions.
Specifically for TV shows and movies right now.
Because I need it. Like, what will I do during dinner? I don't have a little toddler to talk to or, like, at a table, so I need, like, a show. And right now it's Real Housewives of New Jersey or Potomac or Atlanta or Below Deck. Though I'm watching Below Deck right now. I'm behind. And Captain Sandy is my least favorite captain, and that's the season I'm watching. Just FYI. You don't know what that means. Oh. The audience knows what I'm talking about.
Got it. Well, hopefully they can give us some recommendations, or maybe agree with some of our choices that we stated.
Or disagree.
Yeah. Or disagree. That's cool too. I'm down for that.
I would love other people that are into the horror. I don't want to feel alone.
You're not alone. A lot of people like horror.
Nobody likes horror. The only
Are you kidding me?
The only person that watch horror movies with me is my sister's middle son. Because the youngest one won't do it and the oldest one won't do it. Like, none of my friends would ever watch horror movies with me. I'd always have to be like, oh, okay, well, if we watch this horror, we can, like, have a sleepover or something. Like, no, guys, too. Like, you'd be surprised how many guys are afraid of horror movies. Like, be a man about it, bro.
Oh, jeez. It's not their cup of tea. They want a comedy. They want an action. I don't know.
No, I like
they want a Marvel. I don't know.
They want a Marvel. Ooh, touche. All right. Well, I'm sure there's lots of other things that we missed, like we said before. We have lots of other things that we probably want to talk about in the future. So until then, I think, Sarah, it's always good to catch up with you.
Always. We'll chat next week about something new and exciting again.
Yeah. And maybe this time we'll both agree on the same things.
Exactly. Awesome. Bye.
Bye.